In this video, we're going to set up Neovim to be the perfect editor for working with Next.js. By the end of this guide, you'll have code completion for JavaScript, TypeScript, and TailwindCSS, diagnostics with Eslint, auto-formatting on save, and an additional plugin to make working with HTML tags an absolute dream. To get started, we're going to need the latest version of Neovim installed on our system. As of the time of recording, this is version 0.9.4. Go ahead and install that as per the instructions for your operating system. I'm using Arch, by the way, so I'll install it using Pacman. With Neovim installed, you're also going to want to have Git on your system as well. You can do this as per your operating system's package manager. The last thing you'll want to install is a nerd font, which will allow you to have a number of nice icons inside of Neovim. I'm using the JetBrains Mono Nerd font in my installation if you want to use the same one that I am. Whichever one you choose, make sure to install it as befits your operating system. Once the font is installed, you'll then need to configure your terminal to make use of it. As I'm using Alacrity, all I need to do is add this font to my alacrity.yaml. With everything installed and set up, we're now ready to configure Neovim. To make things easier, we're going to use a base configuration in order to get started. For this video, we're going to use NVChad, which strikes a really decent balance between providing a lot of features out of the box and enabling custom configuration. If you have an existing Neovim config, then first back this up and clear out your Neovim cache using the following two commands. Then use the following line to clone NVChad into your Neovim configuration directory. If you're running on Windows, then this command will be slightly different, so please check out the NVChad documentation for what that looks like. Once you have successfully cloned the base configuration, go ahead and open up Neovim using the nvim command. Upon doing so, NVChad will greet you with a prompt asking if you want to install an example configuration. Go ahead and type N as in no, so you start from the same point as I do in this video. Upon submitting your response, you should see Neovim download and install the initial packages through the lazy package manager. And once it's complete, you'll be presented with a bit of intro documentation. I recommend reading this as it can help you solve problems later on. Once that's done, all that remains is to set our color theme to whatever we like. You can open up the theme switcher by pressing the space T and H keys, and then select the theme you want from the list. For me, I'm going to select my favorite color scheme, Cappuccino. With that, we're ready to begin customizing our configuration for Next.js. The first feature we're going to add is auto suggestions and code completion for both JavaScript and TypeScript. We're going to achieve this using a language server, which provides both of these features as well as diagnostics and snippets. To begin, we need to add a couple of files to our Neovim config. First, navigate to the config directory and open it up in Neovim. You'll be greeted with an empty abyss. To navigate around our config directory from within Neovim, we can open up the file tree by pressing Ctrl and N. Once inside, head down to the lua/custom directory and open up the chadrc.lua file by pressing enter once it's selected. This file acts as the entry point for any custom NVChad configuration. If you set your theme earlier, you should see it defined on line 4. Just below it, add in the following line, which will tell NVChad where we've defined any custom configuration. In our case, we're setting this to the custom/plugins.lua file, which we now need to create. To do so, first navigate back to your file tree by pressing Ctrl and H. Then press the A key whilst inside of your custom directory to create a new file. A prompt will appear at the bottom of the window allowing you to name your file. Go ahead and call this plugins.lua. Once created, open it up and create a new empty Lua table inside called plugins, and make sure to return this at the bottom of the file. This table will contain a list of plugins that we want to add to our Neovim configuration. The first plugin we're going to add is the nvim-lspconfig package. This plugin provides a number of default configurations for various language servers. The language server we're going to use is the TypeScript language server, which provides all of the features we want not only for JavaScript and TypeScript, but also JSX and TSX as well. To begin, add an entry to the plugins table for nvim-lspconfig. Then add in the following lines to add in a config function. As this plugin comes bundled with NVChad, we'll want to import the NVChad base configuration first, followed by importing our own custom one, which we're about to create. To do so, navigate back to the file tree and press the A key in the custom directory. Inside the prompt, give this the path of configs/lspconfig.lua. This will create both the directory and file in one go. Once created, go ahead and open it up. At the top of the file, add in the following line to pull out the base NVChad configuration, and then pull out the onAttach and capabilities values from it. Next, we'll want to import the lspconfig package. Neovim will show a warning about duplicate file naming for this line, but you can ignore it safely. To enable the TypeScript language server, all we need to do is call the setup function of the tsserver property in the lspconfig plugin. Next, we need to add a Lua table to this setup function call. Then inside of this table, let's set the onAttach and capabilities values to the same ones that we just imported. With that, we're done configuring our language server. Pretty easy. But before this can work, we're going to actually need to install the TypeScript language server on our system. We can do this one of two ways, either directly via your operating system's package manager, or from within Neovim, using a plugin called Mason. Mason is a plugin that allows us to specify our Neovim dependencies from within our Neovim configuration. The benefit of using Mason is that if we move our Neovim configuration to another machine, our dependencies will come along with it. To use Mason, head back on over to the plugin.lua file and add in the following entry. Inside of this entry, you'll want to define a new table for the options block and then add an ensure installed table inside. This will represent all of the dependencies that we want Mason to manage. Let's add an entry for the TypeScript language server. Once that's done, we then need to close and reopen Neovim in order for our plugins to be reloaded. Then we can go ahead and call the Mason install all command, which should bring up a new window showing the TypeScript language server being installed. With that, we should have autocomplete set up for both TypeScript and JavaScript. If I load another terminal and open up my Next.js project in Neovim, I can check that everything is working by running the lspinfo command. Here you can see that the language server is enabled. If we go ahead and start writing some code, we should see the auto suggestions pop up, as well as some diagnostics for unused variables and imports. With that, we're good to move on to our next autocomplete functionality. The next feature we're going to add is autocompletion for TailwindCSS. This is one of my favorite language servers, as it makes working with Tailwind a much more enjoyable experience. To set this up is pretty similar to how we just configured the TypeScript language server. The first thing we want to do is get an instance of the TailwindCSS language server installed on our system. To do this with Mason, we just need to add the language server as an entry to our ensure installed block. We can then call the Mason install all command to download and install it. If for some reason you don't see the TailwindCSS language server being installed, then you'll need to reload Neovim and try again. Next, we need to configure the Tailwind language server. To do this, go back into our custom/plugins/lspconfig Lua file that we created before, and go ahead and call the setup function of the TailwindCSS lspconfig, passing in both the onAttach and capabilities values as before. With that, we now have autocomplete on our Tailwind CSS classes, which makes my life a lot easier, because I really suck at CSS. The next feature we're going to add is code linting from within Neovim. Out of the box, Next.js ships with an Eslint configuration. This provides additional diagnostics and formatting beyond the TypeScript language server we just installed. To enable Eslint within Neovim, there's yet another language server we can install, Eslint LSP. To install this, first add in the following line to the Mason ensure installed block in our custom plugins file. Then call the Mason install all command. Once that's complete, head on over to your custom configs lspconfig.lua file. Inside, we'll call the setup function of the Eslint property, passing in the onAttach and capabilities values. As you're most likely an eagle-eyed software developer, you'll notice we have a lot of duplication going on here. Let's try this code out. First, create a new Lua table that contains the names of all of our language servers. Next, we can iterate over each of these values, referencing the property in the lspconfig and calling the setup function, passing in both the onAttach and capabilities values. We can then delete our previous code. This makes it a little easier to add any other servers we may want to in the future. If we go ahead and test this out, we should see our Eslint diagnostics working from within Neovim. That's a lot of language servers we've just set up. And whilst they're pretty great at providing a lot of the features we're using in our Neovim configuration, there's just some things they can't do. One of those things is helping you to learn math and computer science in an interactive way. Fortunately, however, that's where the sponsor of today's video, Brilliant.org, can help. Brilliant is one of the best ways to not only learn computer science, but also maths, data science, calculus, and much more. What sets Brilliant apart from other platforms is the fact that it provides interactive lessons for you to use, allowing you to learn by doing, which is a much more effective approach. Recently, I picked up the Search Engines course in the Applied Computer Science category. This course gave me an overview into the various data structures and algorithms that search engines use under the hood. What I really appreciated was that Brilliant focused me into solving the puzzles at hand, testing that I had both parsed and understood the information presented, rather than just scrolling through the lesson. If you're unsure where to start, well, Brilliant has you covered. By taking a quick survey on what you're interested in and your associated comfort level, Brilliant will suggest the right course for you to begin, making it easier for you to learn what you need to in order to achieve your goals. So to try everything that Brilliant has to offer free for 30 days, then visit brilliant.org/dreamsofcode, or click the link in the description down below. The first 200 to sign up will also receive 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. A big thank you to Brilliant for sponsoring this video. The next feature we're going to enable is auto-formatting on save. This is achieved with Prettier, which does require some additional configuration within Next.js in order to work well with Eslint. There's some pretty decent instructions on how to do this on the Next.js website. In a nutshell, you just need to add the Eslint config Prettier package to your Next application, and then add Prettier to the existing Eslint RC. To set it up with Neovim, we first need to add Prettier to our Mason ensure installed table. However, we have a couple of options to choose from. We can choose either Prettier or Prettier D, which offer the same features, but Prettier D runs as a daemon, which increases performance considerably. Either way, the choice is yours, but I'm going to use Prettier D for my configuration. With the entry added, go ahead and run the Mason install all command. Next, we need to add in a new plugin in order to get Prettier to work with Neovim. This is the null-ls plugin, which provides language server capabilities to tooling that does not conform to the language server protocol. This plugin is a drop-in replacement for null-ls, which was archived earlier this year. If you've followed any of my other configurations, well, you can replace the call to null-ls with the none-ls line we're about to add. To set up none-ls, let's first add an entry to our plugins table, followed by an event of very lazy. This tells the lazy package manager to load the plugin once Neovim has initialized, keeping our startup times nice and snappy. Next, add in the options block, which we're going to use to import a new custom configuration file. Let's then create this in our custom/configs directory, giving it the name of null-ls.lua. Inside of this file, first import the null-ls package, and then create and return an empty Lua table called ops. Inside of this table, add another empty table for the sources key, which will contain a list of tooling that we want to use. For this configuration, all we need to do is add the Prettier D source using the following line. Now let's test this out. Here I have a poorly formatted component in my Next.js project. If I press space F and M, then Prettier will format my code for me. Pretty nice. However, this can be a little tedious to do manually, so let's go ahead and set this to run whenever we save our file. To do that, head back on over to the null-ls configuration file we just created, and add in the following line at the top of the file to create a new auto group. Then add a function for the onAttach value in our options table. This accepts both a client and a buffer number. Inside of this function, let's first check to see if the client supports text/formatting, and then clear any existing order commands for our buffer and the order group. The following lines set up a new order command which will format the buffer whenever we save. Now if we return to our messy component, we should be able to save this file and see our code format automatically. Very nice. The final feature we're going to add is an autocloser for HTML tags. We're going to achieve this using the NVChad auto tag plugin by WindWP. To set this up, first add in a new entry to the plugins table in our custom plugins.lua file. As we don't need this plugin on every file we edit within Neovim, we can use the FT key of the entry to limit the file types this plugin is loaded for. For this configuration, I'm going to limit it to the file types found in a Next.js project. However, you may want to add additional ones such as HTML in your own configuration. After that, all we need to do is define the following config function, which will import the plugin and set it up. With that, we're almost complete. However, we have one last thing to do. The auto tag plugin requires Treesitter to be set up for the languages we're using. In the past, I've typically shown how to do this using the tsinstall command. However, that can be somewhat problematic. Instead, we should take the configuration as code approach and actually define this in our Neovim config. To do this, we need to add in another entry to our plugins table for Treesitter. The Treesitter plugin already comes bundled with NVChad, so all we need to do is add some more configuration to it. To do this, add in a new function for the options block inside of our entry and import the initial options provided by NVChad. Then set the ensure installed value to be a new Lua table. This table will contain a list of languages that we want Treesitter to install a syntax for. Go ahead and add in Lua as the first language on this list, which brings this table into parity with the base NVChad config. Next, we'll want to specify the syntaxes that are relevant to Next.js. These are JavaScript, TypeScript, and TSX. If you have any other languages that you want to install for Treesitter, then go ahead and add them here as well. Now, if we reload Neovim, we should see Lazy install the NVChad auto tag plugin. Once it's done, if we go ahead and navigate to a component in our project and open it up, we should see Treesitter install our chosen syntaxes. Now, if we start writing a new HTML tag, the plugin will automatically close it for us. With that, we've configured Neovim to be a fantastic editor for working with Next.js. If you also happen to use CSS when it comes to Next.js, then you'll probably want to install a couple of other tools. I recommend adding CSS.ls to the language server list and also adding the CSS syntax to Treesitter. If you'd like a more dedicated web development setup, then please let me know in the comments down below. I want to give a big thank you to Brilliant for sponsoring this video. Please do check them out using the link below if you're interested. Otherwise, thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.